What were you looking forward to in this one?
Honestly, just getting back to the gathering, because I went in 2016 and it was a phenomenal experience, from the morning Bible studies to the mass event to the midnight run to Cafe Du Monde. It was a phenomenal experience that I'll remember for the rest of my life, and I was so excited to get back to another gathering and make many more memories and just to grow in my faith, especially before going to college.
Okay, excellent. Now, since you are an outbound senior, well, you're graduated already. I mean, I can't even call you an outbound senior. Goodness gracious. You're already graduated. Oh, sorry, folks. I just put that. All right, so now how did you experience God, especially with somebody who had a gathering under your belt already?
So, I especially experienced God through the scriptures in our morning devotion. We had two leaders named Gabe and Rahema, and they helped. Erin just cheered in the back for Rahema because she knew her. But we dove into Psalm 46, and we truly explored and brought to life this beautiful psalm. And I actually have it up here on my phone, but the first 3 verses of Psalm 46 are, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore, we will not fear, though the earth gives way, though the mountains be moved into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam, though the mountains tremble at its swelling. I mean, how beautiful is that? It's poetry, of course, it's the Psalms. But just imagining that God is with us even when the earth is tumultuous, even when our relationships are tumultuous. God is always there for us, a very present help in trouble. That was really powerful.
Excellent. Now, if you had to sum up the gathering in a sentence or less, how would you do it?
The closest thing to heaven on earth.
Ooh.
Because now we never can really experience heaven here because we live in a sinful and broken world. But we had over 20,000 kids, adult leaders, YAVs, young adult volunteers, with us, gathered together, worshiping, praising, and studying the scriptures of the exact same God, glorifying Him with our entire being. And where else in the world, at one time and place, can you gather with so many people and glorify God? You can't. It's phenomenal, and that's why it's the closest thing to heaven on earth.
Nice. All right, I think she topped my answer because I playfully referred to it as Lutherland while we were up there. I mean, you've got Disney theme parks, you have Universal, it's Lutherland. I happen to have a number of relatives and former congregations that I've served at that were scattered throughout the gathering, so I'm kind of meeting up with people. And all of our youth are like, how do you know all these people? I was like, guys, it's Lutherland. This is who we are and what we do. You get to know everybody. So yeah, it's the closest thing to heaven. That's a solid answer. All right, now as somebody who's going into college, what's something that you're getting ready to take from this gathering and apply it to your next chapter of life?
So in college, and even in high school too, we all face hard questions. Why do bad things happen to good people? If God loves me, why did this terrible thing have to happen to me? If God is so loving, why did this person have to die? And other questions like that. These were tackled in the first mass event session. And here on earth, they don't necessarily have an answer. But God calls us to cling to His promises because He loves us, John 3:16, for God so loved the world. And He works all things together for the good of those who love Him, Romans 8:28. And He is a very present help in trouble. Whenever these problems arise, we should cling to Him with every fiber of our being because He is a fortress, He is our refuge, He is our strength. And through the crazy times of life, it's very nice to have a foundation in Christ.
Amen to that. Yeah, you got a whole new adventure ahead of you at Rice. All right, while I've got you up here, last thing, in your own words, how would you want to thank the wonderful congregation that helped send you, send me, and the rest of us present and not present to the National Youth Gathering?
I can't words describe it. I mean, you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I cannot thank you enough because we grew spiritually in our faith, and we also grew in the knowledge that, as Josh said earlier, we're not alone. We glorify the same God, and when we gather together on Sundays, or just gather as two people, as it says in the Bible, God is always with us, and we can glorify Him all together, and it's just an amazing experience, and I cannot thank you enough for the time, the energy, everything you gave to get us there. So thank you so, so very much.
Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr.